lot of pressure here from FNS and Tarek, and goes down to that Molotov.
Wow, a lot of damage being done here on this initial defense. And CLG looking strong right now. Pistol comes down for Tarek, just rattling it away, and it's going to be JDM to get the finishing blow onto Zeus. 7-6, CLG taking a lot of rounds now. Do you think what's going on for Na'Vi at the moment? Do you feel like they're making a lot of mistakes, not hitting their shots? What's the issue?
Yeah, I mean, in that round, for example, Edward is a bit too far ahead. That he should have waited for his teammates, because they obviously wanted to commit to that B bomb site. Wait for your teammates to be in there. Wait so that you can definitely make sure you can trade those kills. He committed way too far into that B plateau, and then once he was spotted out, he got Molotov. He started to fall back, and that's the point when his teammates coming to the occasion. It was just too late at that point.
Oh my god, the fast push coming in from Steez will take down one player, leaving Cutler alone to defend the drop. He's spraying for his life, but can he get any kills? No! Hayes is going to take down Edward to try to help save things here, but Na'Vi doing a lot of damage on this round, and they did invest slightly, so there are a couple of Kevlars in play on 2 of the 3 remaining players for Na'Vi as things start to slow down, and they boost back out of drop zone. Interesting play coming in from Na'Vi. Now, Tarek is trying to spot and see what's going on. He's going to find Guardian, but Zeus takes him down. Oh my goodness, what is actually going to happen here now as JDM comes in for the save?
Yeah, that was a bit of a missed opportunity for Tarek for sure. And that creates a 3-on-2 situation in favor of Na'Vi. They'll definitely get that bomb down as well. It's going to be Zeus on JDM, and JDM doesn't go down though. Eventually does though, and Hayes is going to be alone in a 1-on-2.
What on earth is happening right now? Awkward engagements all over the place, but Hayes is going to get a lot of damage. Oh, but Guardian finds the headshot immediately with the AK-47. Hayes is out of the picture, and 7-7 is now the score.
And it's going to be a disaster last round for CLG as well. They have absolutely no money at all. It's only going to be JDM that can afford an actual rifle. The rest of the team is going to have to make a lot of compromises in their purchases. It seems like one of them also is going to manage to get a FAMAS, so, you know, that's something at least. But yeah, just a lot of weird rounds here going back and forth, and Na'Vi being just slightly better in those clutch situations.
But yeah, CLG is showing why they got this far. They're playing really well as well, playing their game and not really going down to the pressure in any sense in this situation. It's the last round of the first half, and big advantage for Na'Vi on these weapons, and they've taken good positioning. Seized is maybe going to get caught off guard here. Just spots the boost in time, but that could have been very nasty for Seized. He's going to flush them out with the grenades as Na'Vi slowly close their grip around the neck of CLG in this round. And here it is. Edward with the first frag. JDM is going down. And Guardian is searching for the next player. He's going to miss him though, but Steve should catch it. Let's get a lot of damage on the Tarek. There's the finishing blow as well. So Na'Vi look pretty solid in this one now.
Yeah, but FNS does get flamey though. So that creates something for CLG. We'll see then again, it gets Hayes down. It's going to be a 4-2 situation in favor of Na'Vi, and FNS is in a bit of a pickle. Gets picked up by Zeus, leaving Cutler alone here. Wow, what a trade of shots there. Cutler hit that shot with a P250, but Zeus just returning that favor with these AK-47, and that's going to put Na'Vi in an 8-7 situation on that CT half. And here comes the huge grind for CLG, because this is the side that they're going to be on right now, that they had a lot of struggles against Na'Vi previously. They were attacking that B bomb side a lot on the T side, or let's put it this way, they tried to attack that B bomb side a lot of the times. They didn't really have a lot of success. It was actually the rounds where they started to go towards the A side that they managed to produce things. They had a pretty good thing going on where they'll take over middle really fast. A lot of the time they actually got that initial kill.
Do you think it's something they can fix though? As you're saying, like, they're trying to attack the B site. They've had some time since that match. I would have imagined that they might have watched the demo back already. Do you think there are some simple fixes there, or do you think it's a bit more systemic, a bit more complicated?
I think they need to opt to go more to the default kind of style. They try to get that map control before making a decision, instead of just go to the straight up B execute kind of a play. But let's see if they learned their lesson or not.
That is actually quite common, that kind of play that I've watched, that I've seen from the North American matches that I've casted in the past. So definitely no surprise to me to hear that. But yeah, I mean, they have had time to adapt to Na'Vi, and I mean, that can possibly play into their favor. At least now they've already run their kind of rounds, so they have had time to make the adjustments. So definitely hoping to see a big, very competitive map.
So wait,
here.
which one is it? Is Zeus the player, or is Zeus the weapon? That's a big question.
That's a big question indeed. Zeus actually having a good performance here. Indeed, 17 frags, top fragging on the map. And Zeus sometimes does have these crazy performances actually. I used to see him performing always on Dust 2. That used to be a map that was always very good for him.
Yeah, Guardian is looking at a 13-3-6 first half as well, so he's putting his efforts in there too. I think he needs to continue that right now for sure. But like I said, pointed out before, it's going to be CLG's job to be done here. They need to be the ones that are smarter than previously as we go into this pistol round. And let's look at CLG's purchase on this pistol. Seems like Tarek's bought a P250, has a flash and a smoke. JDM also has a P250 and a Molotov, so they have actually 3 sets of nades here going on and just 2 armors. So obviously that indicates some kind of an execute from CLG.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see what they go with. Looks like it's going to be B. So the answer is that straight away. And
why not?
just as you said, it is the B shenanigans once again from the terrorist side. CLG opening things up with a good entry. That's a great grenade into Edward's position, and he's going to reveal himself. There is the team kill even. Flame, he's been paid off. He's helping out the other side. He has defected, and it's going to be a bomb plant and a very clean round so far from CLG, losing only Finesse. And sees, okay, he's been carrying Na'Vi out of some very hard situations on the first map, but I don't know that this is possible.
I think this is a bit too much for even for him. I think the best thing right now he can really hope for is to maybe get a kill, get some money, and save that armor he has right now. But you know, straight up B play from CLG works out perfectly. Yeah, Finesse was the first guy out, and he just killed the first guy right away, dinked another as well, and dealt a massive amount of damage. CLG getting that important pistol round to equal the score to 8-8.
I love the detail there from CLG to toss the HE into the chicken hut, because that's actually the way I see teams lose that round. They get all the positioning on, and then the guy pops out from the chicken hut at the wrong moment, baiting his entire team with the silenced USP, kills like 2 or 3 players, and then that T side then loses that round. But they had the nade for that.
And now, interestingly enough, Na'Vi is going to be force buying in this round. Not sure if I'm a great fan of this. It's been a really equal first half, so...
But not the Deagles.
Deagles. This can have a huge difference on how this half is going to pan out. I mean, obviously, if Na'Vi wins it, it's going to be devastating for CLG. That's what happened in the first half as well. They want to force buy, but not sure at this point.
Oh, wow. Actually, that said, though, they are managing to rotate into the right positions very quickly. They're, in fact, going to get out of these choke points straight into the bomb site, so they'll at least have some engagements that could potentially work. They're just going to hit some shots here. Caesar's going to get flashed there, and that's not going to work out too well for Na'Vi as they get completely crushed on the bomb site. And oh my god, Guardian getting 2 kills, Edward with 1 and another one as well. JDM goes down, and they win the force buy out of nowhere.
Wow, we're definitely going to see a replay of Guardian hitting two very naughty deagle shots. I mean, well, you pointed out. You said it. Deagles, man. Deagles.
The Deeks.
Oh my. Look at this.
Boom.
It's happening. It's about to happen. It's about to happen. It happens now. There we go. And there we go.
Oh my god.
And then Edward chimes in as well.
Disgusting.
Making matters worse for CLG. So which happened again. Na'Vi managed to win a force buy situation. A heartbreak for CLG, who themselves go for a force buy as well. They're going to have haste on a Galil. The rest of the team on pistols. They'll have a bunch of nades to work with. And it seems like they're setting up, surprise, surprise, a B attack momentarily.
And last time they did get the this kind of a round out, they got kind of crushed by Na'Vi. And so they're going to be hoping for another result this time around, and to prove that they too can win these force buy situations. At least they got a rifle on haste, a Galil, no less, and the drop is now occupied by some T's. But in comes Deuce. He's going to get taken down there, looking for some information, and he's going to fall to Tarek. And in comes Guardian from the back. They might not be expecting the fast push here. Flamey needs to survive here, but he goes down to the P90 picked up on Cutler. Guardian now makes his presence known from the back. Finesse clearing out Edward, and now it's the 3 versus 2. That bomb planted. CLG can make this one work. Guardian trying to save his team right now with that M4, looking for those players, but they have so much discipline, not peeking. Cutler picking up another one with a P90, running and gunning, distracting Guardian for JDM to take him down. What a round there from CLG. They're gonna win the reforce.
Yeah, I mean, what a back and forth affair we have here. But it needs to be pointed out that Zeus made a huge mistake in that round. The peek he did to drop room after CLG drop down. One of them dropped down there. Was unnecessary. He could have just waited for CLG to really commit to that drop drone before doing anything. Got killed right away, and then the sandwich effect was ready and done by CLG, and there we have it. That's going to be them picking up that round. Force buy after force buy.
Not too Deeks, not too Deeks.
Are you a believer?
I'm always a believer in the Deagles. We have 3 just as last time and a couple 5-7s in there. And they are in the right place. got to give them, you have to give them credit where it's due,
Sure,
in the right place.
fair enough.
Got the Eagles.
Oh wow, but not sure what Zeus was doing again. He, yeah, I don't know.
He stole Smith's his bandana. He tried to be the French Rambo, but he can't because he's not French. So you can't make that work. You need to be French to make that one work. And Zeus, at least he got some information for his team. But that said, this early on, it doesn't really help too much. CLG could always go back if they wanted. However, they are going to press the attack. They're going to move again back to the wall there. Nice snap onto Edward. Guardian spotted, and he gets another crazy Deagle shot at range. Looking for more Deagle shenanigans is Guardian. Through the flames, JD will take him down. And it's just C's left now. So CLG looking like they are going to break Na'Vi.
I don't think it's Zeus that needs to be nerfed. I think it's Guardian right now.
Yeah.
I mean, don't give the guy a Deagle. Let's put it that way. CLG does manage to live through the scare, and they do survive Na'Vi's purchase, or force buy round rather. There you have it. CLG is going to be put into a 10-9 lead at this point, and I think finally we're going to see a team have an eco round.
Ooh, it's been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. And it's going to be a tough one for Na'Vi as well. When it comes to their economy,
yes.
for sure. Edward is real low money, seized also, so compromises are going to happen on that next round as well.
Okay, so this is interesting right now because, you know, as you said, CLG has some problems before. They're starting off on the right foot with their T side now, so they have all the opportunities. And here is the anti-eco. This is a really good round. Very fast, playing as a team, not complicating things, getting the good positions. This is how it's done.
Oh yeah, just a B rush. I mean, why not? Seems to be the right spots. This Na'Vi is pushing towards that A main. Zeus takes a kill on FNS. JDM trades it off though, so the favor is still in CLG's court. They got the bomb down as well. So Na'Vi right now, the best they can hope for is some exit kills.
Yeah, I mean, Na'Vi, they did go for a bit of a coin flip there, starting to rush down middle into, and it does give them the flank here, but as we can see, it's just about the exit frags, and Tarek will get 2 quick kills, which is quite nice considering the situation, and Hayes will finish off Guardian, so good shooting there as well. And C's is looking for his exits. JDM is going to be finding himself at the mercy of C's pistol, but the frag comes in, the trade comes in, and that's actually not too bad, isn't it?
Right, this early B presence from CLG definitely enables them to do some fakes. They can definitely cause some over-rotation from Na'Vi if they do some B fakes and actually attack that A site. So let's see if CLG continues to push that B site or if they have something else in their strategy book.
Is that an M249? What's happening? Did Finesse buy an M249?
Because, I mean, why not? Why wouldn't you? It's just a major.
That's got to be a mistake. It sucks, Nazi. It sucks. Oh god, they're gonna go in though, and it's such a fast round into this B bomb site. It doesn't matter because Tarek and Hayes are gonna take frag after frag. Na'Vi, it was almost as if they weren't even in this round, and it's already over. And in fact, Guardian goes for the pause.
Yeah, that's just a tactical pause, I would imagine at that point. That was Na'Vi just getting crushed by the CLG rush. FNS still roaming around, by the way.
He's got an M249. That's got to be a mistake. Oh dear.
Maybe it's a new meta. We don't know.
The new meta. That was the adjustment they made. It's like, oh, guys, we lost our, those B push rounds. What we really needed was an M249. That's what we really needed.
Right. Yeah. Pew pew.
It's really expensive and it's really bad. So I just can't really emphasize that enough.
Yeah.
You probably
ROI does not really.
It's very. That's probably the only time we'll see that gun bought in the major. I think.
It's probably going to be the only time you'll ever see.
Yeah, maybe. Probably. All right.
Oh well, but now
12-9.
I mean, CLG is just pushing Na'Vi's buttons here right now. B rushes are working quite effectively for CLG, that's for sure. I mean, Na'Vi just needs to put a lot more emphasis on that B long. They just need to use a lot of early nades to make sure that CLG doesn't get out of there as easily as they have right now. So they're definitely going to have a bit of a talk here going on, and what their decision is going to be on the purchase front.
It's really interesting, isn't it, that CLG is starting to find their stride, and
they've not really changed anything from the previous encounter. The main difference is they're winning those battles. They're getting the first kills. They're getting the bomb site,
and that's really good to see. I mean, CLG on this kind of a stage, that's not something they're used to. Na'Vi, on the other hand, they've been on stages like this before.
Yeah, there's a lot of skill in the CLG team. There's no doubting that. I mean, Tarek right now is sitting at 22, Cutler at 20. Those have been the two big guys for CLG, definitely, so far on Cobblestone.
So usually Na'Vi is a team that does rely on Guardian to deliver. He's been delivering some deagle headshots in the recent times, that's for sure, and he's been giving them, ins back into the game here or there. But Cobblestone, again, it's not a map that he typically shines on, because it's not necessarily a map where the AWP is always going to be able to have free roam on either the T or the CT side. It often carries quite a lot of risk. There's not many players that consistently were able to make it work. Even Simple, he could be, he's very explosive on a map like this, but it wasn't very common that you would see him just wreck everybody with the AWP. It's quite hard to play and impact heavily with that in a proactive manner. So Guardian, it's harder for him to really force this with the AWP, and he's a great rifler as well. But CLG right now feels like they have all the momentum. Do you think that this pause is gonna calm CLG a little bit? Some of the fire is gonna be doused, perhaps?
Yeah, definitely. CLG right now has all the momentum going in their court, and they're just making it work really well. Na'Vi, like I said, they need to start putting a lot more nades in that B-long start off with. I mean, they just can't let CLG get out like they have so far on the second half, and obviously it's going to be over with if Na'Vi doesn't do anything about it.
I wonder if we'll see a very fast round from CLG to try to break up any play Na'Vi had in mind, but yeah, Na'Vi is starting to go with a bit of an interesting buy.
Yeah, it is a bit of a mixed buy, isn't it? Yeah, we have 3 rifles here, 1 for Moz, 2 M4s, and 2 5.7s for Na'Vi. They're sending all 5 players right now to that B bomb site, so they're confident it's going to be a B attack.
Oh, good damage though with the nades. Na'Vi trying to boost up onto the drop zone, but definitely suffering some damage from those pre-nades of CLG. Once again, CLG seem very good at crossing the T's and dotting the I's in this series, not leaving any spots unchecked, and Guardian will wait patiently, but he decides that it's a little bit too risky and finally backs away. They've completely given up A. They've stacked towards the B bomb site, but CLG with a slow round.
Yeah, and right now, actually, Na'Vi is rotating 2 players towards the A side. That being said, Guardian does turn around. He's going to be around this drop room CT connector. And now we have CLG is actually coming through here. Haste pushing that B hallway. A couple players here, JDM and FNS at B drop. Are they going to commit to this B bomb site once again? It seems like they are.
Na'Vi being quite committed with their stack, which is good. And JDM will just rattle off a few shots. Still not a confirmation, though, for Na'Vi as to what CLG are doing, but this will be the confirmation. All the nades almost blotting out the sky. And it's going to be seized up on the tree position. He could do a lot of damage here. He's going to find one frag, but he is blinded. Very well timed pop flash coming in from CLG to make their efforts into the site easier. And Hayes picks up another entry. Guardian, just barely missing the planter. And that's going to be just 2 players left now for Na'Vi to try to get things done. Guardian is going to run out of bullets, pulls out the 5.7, but the nade of Cutler is going to finish him off. And now it's down to Flamey. He does not have a kit or any Kevlar, and Finesse is coming in from the back.
Molotov going down as well, and he's in a sandwich right now. Flame is. There's not a lot for him to do. He's gonna go in that drop room and gets killed for FNS, and this has to be really bad for Na'Vi when you think about it. They have 4 players on that B bomb site that still didn't manage to stop the CLG train coming in that bomb site. I mean, what more can you do?
It's like the CLG train is an express ride to the 3rd map at this point, because we've got a really, really like sick amount of momentum on their side. It really feels like everybody is starting to come together, hitting their shots. Everyone's coordinating well. Pop flashes are well timed. Good tactical display from CLG, but can they pull it off here? Guardian's picked up the AWP again. So slow around again from CLG. Waiting to see what exactly Na'Vi throw at them if there was to be an aggression, and so far so good for CLG, taking map control 1 piece at a time.
Yeah, slightly different this time around, only having FNS here towards the B bomb side, and they're actually taking that A hole, or A long rather, earlier in this round, with Cutler being the front man. You have 2 guys here, JDM just peeking middle, and they're taking it really, really slow, just trying to scout out the map, see what's going on. What is Na'Vi doing in their defense? As it seems right now, Na'Vi is quite defensive. I suppose Zeus and Seized are actually putting all their focus into this side hall.
Oh, this is a sneaky position from Seized. Not a common boost that you would normally see. It's very committed. He's got to make the frags from there, and we're going to see CLG moving in. There goes the flash. Zeus is going to get blinded, reposition towards the wooden panels here. He's going to find himself a frag. There's no more to be found though, and Seized and Zeus will both go down immediately, leaving their teammates to try to retake through the choke points, but they cannot get it done. They have to go back. They can't get in.
Bomb has been planted.
I mean, only getting 1 kill in that situation and losing that bomb site right away is going to be a death blow. I mean, Edward needs to go huge. He does get a pick on Hayes, so that creates an opportunity for Na'Vi and equalize the situation in a 3-on-3, but Edward needs to be the one that makes a difference right now. And JDM says no, gets Guardian, make it into 2-on-3 situation.
Awkward indeed. I mean, at this point, with that frag onto Guardian, that's really the last nail in the coffin here for Na'Vi in this round. And they are going to try to save these weapons, which they'll do so successfully. CLG taking a lot of care that Na'Vi won't do anything too sneaky at the last moment. And CLG win another round. Looks like they are going to be doing very well indeed. So 14-9. This is a bit of a shock kind of result, but you got to close, Nati. Always be closing. ABC, that's what it's about, right? So can they get it done? Because I've seen teams get this far before.
And it's always hard to play a map for, looking at it from Navi's point of view. They've recently won against CLG at this tournament on Cobblestone. It's easier for the team that's lost previously to go into this map than the one that's previously won, because they've had the opportunity to really learn from their mistake and adjust their play slightly. Obviously, the biggest difference is right now that CLG is hitting a lot of their shots. That's how they're creating these opportunities, and that's why we're looking at this scoreline.
Absolutely, and CLG, they are in the position of another slow round. Pretty much, it looks more or less exactly the same as the last one. More or less, just not as many players towards A-Long. And there's a different setup from Na'Vi, 2 players playing close to A-Long for them. So they're trying to adjust those A-Long takes, it seems.
Yep, here we have right now, FNS is going to be putting a bit of pressure in this drop room while Edward gets picked on Hayes, but Cutler does get the kill on Edward as well, so it's going to be a 4-on-4 situation. And as mentioned previously, this is going to be something that favors the terrorists. As we can see here, it's going to be 2 guys towards the A side, but Flamey getting a pick on JDM.
And he's going to back away a little bit. Smart move, getting that advantage. You don't necessarily need to hold drop anymore. 4 versus 3. Flamey is definitely a smart player. Zeus is by the chicken coop as well. Let's see whether or not Zeus's position is going to be the difference maker here. They are already a man ahead as the push slowly makes its way in. Zeus just waiting for that perfect moment to peek out and crush the opposition. He peeks out finally, takes down Finesse, but maybe it was too soon because Tarek and Cutler are trading frags back. There's 20 seconds left, just less than, to try and get the bomb planted, but Guardian and Steez are going to be able to shut it down with the spray of those rifles, and 14-10 is now the score. But how is the money looking? Looks like CLG actually have loads of cash in the bank, so they're going to be having buys for days.
They won't have any issues with that. At the same time, though, Na'Vi is going to be very much invested on this one. Well, everyone except for Zeus. Well, actually, Zeus also has to make purchases still, so they're going to be very low. They're really on the edge on this one right now. And let's see what CLG brings us here this time. It's going to be another B rush potentially. At least they're grouping up towards the B side again.
Indeed, some pre-nades perhaps. CLG have been using quite a slow pace. Looks like they're mixing it up a little bit with a bit of a faster pace into the B bomb site. Everybody's towards the plateau though. That's actually very dangerous not to try to actually put a split in if they try to actually go for the committed play, and they are going to go for it. Can they make it work without the split? Guardian takes down Hayes straight away, and it looks like they're trying to force the issue here as Edward actually finds his way up onto the plateau, gets taken down by Cutler, trades, but it's going to be CLG who are looking good in this one, and Finesse and Tarek in the last moment.